All right, everybody, welcome to the first Hammerdown Festival 2025 interview. And of course, we've got no other than Adam, leader from In Search of Sun, the great man himself. It is great to have you back, Adam. How are you?
Shut up, Harry.
Yep. Okay, good. Good. First question, very important. Lots has happened since you last played Hammerdown Festival back in 2023 at the Factory Live in Worthing. Since then, most importantly, and a sort of two-part question here, Lemon Amigos, the record has been released since then. A, how has it been received? And B, how do you think it compares to the two previous records that you guys have put out?
Well, first of all, I will say that it was that well received that tiny little luminous lemons started turning up at my house, and there's just like I've got a room full of them. They keep
Really?
turning up. Yeah, man. People keep sending them. People keep sending them. I don't know what's going on. No, what was the question? How do they compare, did you say, to the last two albums?
Well, firstly, how was it received? I suppose you've answered that. And yeah, how do you think it compares artistically to what you've done before? Where do you see the band has changed, developed?
I think, well, it was definitely received better than I thought it would be. I think better than we all thought it would be. It was worrying because I mean, it was our literally like our post-COVID like
Yeah.
comeback. Okay, it was an EP, but our comeback album, so to speak, or whatever. So we had no idea how it was going to be received, but people loved it, man. It was great. It was cool. Yeah, in comparison to the last two records, like yeah, it's definitely evolved, and I would say. It's just different. It's really different. There's a whole different vibe to it. You can tell it's us, I think. People at least say they can tell it's us, but it's certainly gone in a slightly different direction to, I guess, the how we started with The World Is Yours and then going on to Virgin Funk Mother and I don't know, it's an evolution, man. Man, it's an evolution of some sort, and some like it and some probably don't.
Last year you did a headline tour. Obviously, we've had many conversations since then. I was on the road with you guys. But for the purpose of the people who were not on that tour, how was your headline tour last year? You hit up many cities, some of which you'd never been to before. Was that correct? Or
Yeah, that's correct. Some of which we've never been to before. It was good, man. We kind of just went out on a whim. As you know, we tried it. We tried and tested the waters. We did it. We had a good time. People came out and we had fun. Much debauchery happened. Yeah,
what were your favourite couple of shows from that tour? What were the ones that stood out? Was like, oh, this was sick.
I will say, well, the one show that sticks out particularly was Birmingham. And I don't know if you remember why, but
Because of the fights outside?
oh yeah, there were fights, weren't there?
Not because of that. Move on.
No, but that was no. Come on, man, a fight's always fun. But no, okay, you can scratch that. No, the a fan, and we won't name names obviously because I'm sure he doesn't want us to mention this, but he like had a fit, an epileptic fit. Do you remember that?
Oh
And
my, yes. Oh wow. Yeah.
yeah, but it was crazy, man. It just all this like after the show, we were all outside, everyone was having a drink, and we were just hanging out outside the venue before we went back to the hotel. And then suddenly, this fan who we hadn't seen in years, he came out, bless him, to the show. He fucking just drops to the floor and has starts having an epileptic fit. But at the same time, and while we're kind of we put him in the recovery position, we're tending to him, and we're waiting for the ambulance to come. While we're waiting for the ambulance to come some of the guys were up by the van, like just waiting. And I don't think some of them were aware of what was happening down where we were, right, with this fan. They noticed this girl came up, she couldn't have been older than 16, right? Came up to them and asked for water. And they were like, yeah. So they gave her water, and then suddenly some dude like zooms by in a car. He comes to a screeching halt and like pulls her into the car. And they're like, what the fuck is going on? Like older guy as well. Thank you. Sam made you a cup.
Oh, thank you so much, Sam. The governor.
Oh. No, we're literally recording this, yeah. This is the interview. Sam's first Inside Your Son interview.
She was on the tour. She probably remembers what you're telling me about.
So this dude like pulls this girl into the car. He turns, obviously in a panic, he turns into the road that we were on that led down to the venue.
Yeah, the little cobbled street.
That's it, a little cobbled street. But what he didn't realize is that it was a dead end. And when he got to the end, he had to turn around. And as he got to the end, the ambulance pulls in, right? So the ambulance pulls in and is blocking this dude from turning around and or well, he could turn around, but it's blocking the dude from coming back. So he's literally kidnapped this girl. He's got this prisoner in his car. We're tending to this van, and the ambulance are now, well, the ambulance are taken over from us. And this dude is like honking his horn and he's flashing his lights and he's like basically saying, get the fuck out of the way. The ambulance are like, fuck you, we're not going anywhere. So then the police were called because we were like, this is weird. We think this, I can't remember which one of us it was, but one of us called the police because it was just odd. It was really weird vibes and whatever. Police came and basically rescued this girl from his uh
Clutches.
from his clutches. Yeah, it was the weirdest. And then obviously the fan was revived is the wrong word, but like he was made better and he was okay in the end. But that was so that, as long-winded as that was the most memorable night I think of the tour. But they were all great shows, man. They were really fun. It was quite overwhelming and just really nice to play places that we haven't played before and have people turn up to see us.
In particular, London, naturally being a home show. I mean, you had people come from Bulgaria and all sorts of places. I mean, I remember meeting some people who were like, I'm here from Bulgaria. And I was like, you're a cool man. Come into the venue. Since then, you've just come off the back of the tour with South of Salem. And I wonder how that was because you did your own headline at Camden Underworld. You just worked with them at Camden Underworld and various other venues. I wondered how that tour was.
Oh, dude, it was amazing. It was really good. Crazy. It was so full on. It was so full on. The shows were pretty much, most of the shows were sold out. And if they weren't sold out, they were damn near sold out and just
Yeah,
rammed.
yeah.
And even for us, we were the opening band on that tour and it was still like playing to 200, almost 200 people every night at least. It was so fucking cool.
That's amazing. And South of Salem are doing great. It's cool. And I'm sure you probably had quite a crossover of fan bases with them. I'm sure you picked up a lot of new fans whilst you were out there.
You know what? We did. And it was a combination that I didn't personally know how well a band like us and a band like them would go
Yes.
down on tour. And you've got High Parasite were on the lineup as well. So it was like a really interesting mix of, and I really like High Parasite. It was a really interesting mix of bands, but people really dug it, man. We picked up a lot of new fans on that tour, and it's great. So
That's
the
cool. That's great. That's great. That's exciting. So the last time you came to Hammerdown was 2023, and I'd been conversing over Facebook with someone, probably you, Adam, for many years before that, even pre-pandemic, to try and get you to come to Hammerdown. And obviously, that time in the world happened, and eventually we persuaded you to come play our little festival in Worthing. And things have developed a lot since then. And I wonder if you can recall any times from that last time, what you're excited for this year, who you're excited to see and hang out with at Hammerdown 2025.
I'm looking forward to first of all bullying you
Yep, good.
because that is extremely important at any Hammerdown run event
Yeah.
that Harry White is tried and tested to his to
Push to the edge.
yeah. But I tell you who I'm very excited to see, like just the people that every single band member of the Raven Age, because
Yes, cool.
they are just wonderful dudes and we haven't seen them in a while. We toured with them a good few years back now and like it's just been a while since we've just hung out and caught up. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them.
Awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a great lineup this year, man. It really is cool. A lot of it's just cool. It's just great, man. Like it shouldn't go under the radar because it's a really fucking good lineup, some really good bands, literally all in one place over the space of 2 days. You can't go wrong.
I don't need to do a pitch now. Thank you very much. I don't need to sell it. And my final question, and this is the question that is going to become the soundbite that I'm going to ask everybody. I'm going to put you on the spot right now. I'm going to tell you to build me now your ultimate 7-band festival bill. So, In Search of Sun are playing. I need you to give me 6 bands that In Search of Sun need to play a festival with. And at the end of me asking every single band that question, I'm going to release the ultimate Hammer Down lineup from every band playing who they'd want to see.
Well, okay. Six, us and five or us plus six?
Us plus six.
Okay.
I say us because I'm in your band.
Yeah, of course you are, dude. My favorite band, Pantera. Incubus.
That's interesting. Yeah, I can envisage that with you guys.
Michael Jackson.
Wasn't expecting that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Eminem.
Okay, that's cool. Well, you can spit some bars, Adam. We've heard that on one of Weller's tracks, so I can appreciate that.
King 810.
Oh, cool. Okay. They did
Uh,
Concord in Brighton a few years ago. They've played Brighton. I've not seen them, so I don't know. Are they good? Well,
oh, dude, like their album that came out, I don't even know when it was, like 2015, 2016.
right.
Conversation with God or La Petite Mort, it was called, is called. That is one of the greatest, one of my favorite albums ever. It's
Wow.
just
Okay.
good, yeah. It's an experience from start to finish. Sorry, anyway,
You need one more artist, band, act.
I'm gonna go with God, fuck.
Someone you've been listening to, a band you grew up listening to, can be a band you perform with, can be a small band, can be an artist that isn't rock and metal, like you've listed one or two of already.
You're not gonna expect this one, but fuck me, would this be fun to be on the same lineup? Robbie Williams.
He's did well. All the rock press have just been sharing stuff about him. I'm not really sure what. I haven't read any of the articles yet, but apparently he's dropped a rock song. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I think I heard it.
I haven't checked it out yet. It might be some. There might be some headbanging involved. You might have picked. You might be the first person to pick him for your dream metal festival lineup, and it makes sense. I don't know.
Can you imagine though? Like, I just that dude is awesome. He's just fucking awesome. Like he's
He's
just
just
an
a nice
awesome.
dude. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'd love to be on the same lineup as him, man.
All right, cool. So, in search of Sun's six bands to perform with: Pantera, Incubus, Michael Jackson, Eminem, King 810, and Robbie Williams. Okay, interesting. Adam, it has been a joy and an honor. Great to catch up. Thank you so much for being on the show. And everybody, if you haven't already, get your tickets for Hammerdown Festival, July 19th and 20th at Chalk and Dust. Adam and his band, In Search of Sun, are playing on the 20th of July on the main stage at Chalk. We'll see you there.
If you come to Hammerdown Festival, I promise to personally launch Harry from the stage into the crowd.
Brilliant.